Welcome to Business Connect, where inspired innovation takes place at a higher elevation. I'm your host, Cindy May. While many people are captivated by the amazing scenery of northern Arizona, others are attracted to the Flagstaff area because of its technology and sophisticated businesses. One of those companies is TGEN North.
You know, we're situated right here on the edge of the National Forest. It's so easy to take a break from the lab and go for a hike out in the woods for an hour or so. It's really attractive to researchers, but also their families, to be able to move to a place with such a high quality of life. There is definitely something remarkable about Flagstaff. Flagstaff is this city of science and discovery and innovation. We consider ourselves to be lucky here in Flagstaff.
TGEN North is a bioscience company focusing on diagnostic research related to pathogens important to medicine, public health, and biodefense.
Welcome to TGEN North, Rich.
Tell us a little bit about TGEN and the important work you do and the outreach that you're involved in.
So TGEN is the Translational Genomics Research Institute. We're a nonprofit research institute. TGEN was established to look to develop new diagnostics and new drugs to help treat cancer and Alzheimer's and autism, those things that we know that are really impacted by changes in the human genome. TGEN North up here in Flagstaff is really now spun out of TGEN and is focused on infectious diseases. And our sole goal is to have positive advancements in human health. When TGEN North first opened in 2007, we had 4 employees. We had a footprint of about 4,500 square foot, and we were working on one funded project at the time. So Rich, you know that TGEN recently has been working with the Centers for Disease Control and a number of international health organizations, and that's because of the rapid advancement in the genomic science, where we can do amazing things and explore these pathogens like never before. And we're doing it here in Flagstaff. So they're coming to us to help solve some disease mysteries that have been going on, including we recently helped solve the source of the giant cholera outbreak in Haiti after the earthquake. And we've been working on a number of disease outbreaks across the country. And it's because we have been advancing the science for the past couple of years, and that technology is quite amazing. And thankfully it's all right here at TGEN. But you know what, and we had no idea even when we opened our doors 5 years ago where we'd be at today. The technology and the science has so rapidly advanced. Now we're 33, 34 employees strong. We have expanded twice since we've opened our doors. We're working on anywhere from 15 to 20 funded projects at any given time. Over 24 publications that have come out, over 12 invention disclosures, and several patents have been filed. And we're actively licensing out some of those patents at this point. In 2011, we received a Rural Economic Development grant from the Arizona Commerce Authority, and that helped us with our expansion. We built a new biosafety level 2 lab to do more microbial culture to really advance our science. So a major part of our translational mission is to develop new diagnostic tools, new tests for the hospital, for the clinic, to rapidly diagnose, say, a drug-resistant organism or valley fever or influenza, where we don't have those capabilities today. And we're doing that right here. We're developing molecular tests that essentially takes what would normally take a hospital 2-3 days to diagnose. We can do that in 2 or 3 hours. And then what TGEN has done is we have a spin-off company even here in Flagstaff, where we can now take that intellectual property to the next phase, polish it up, get it ready for the marketplace. Not something that researchers do all that well, but it's great to have that right next door to us, where we can now essentially move the intellectual property along and get it out to the marketplace, so we really are having that translational outcome, that positive impact on human health.
Where does your employee base come from? Because you have a very sophisticated, high-level group of employees. How does that happen in a place like Flagstaff?
So we have 2 strategies. One is we have to attract really good people to Flagstaff, and once you get to know Flagstaff, that's not very hard. And sometimes that means attracting really good people back to Flagstaff because they left because there wasn't this environment for them. And so that's where about half of our our workforce has been attracting folks to come. The other half is we grow our own. We work very closely with the university here. We actually work with the school systems early on and get kids excited about science, hopefully get them into the university. But then we work with the university where we have undergrads come out and do internships. We'll work with grad students and have grad student projects out here. In fact, we'll send some of our own employees back for more training over at NAU. So there's this great flow back and forth of students and researchers between us and the university, where they're getting a high quality education and we're giving them high quality application, and we're bringing those together to develop really good researchers. So one of the exciting things as TGen's been growing here in Flagstaff is our increasing connection to the community, and I think no more is that important than with our schools. You know, we have the STEM clubs coming in here, the science, technology, engineering, and math clubs, the robotics clubs. We work with all the high school science teachers. I want this to be an environment that helps excite kids about science. I want the schools to use us for that, and I want to be able to hopefully get some kids excited enough about science to become part of what's going on here in Flagstaff. We have amazing undergraduate programs at NAU for biology and microbiology. We work very closely with NAU, where we bring students from that are enrolled in classes come out here. They do internships, they do projects. Maybe they'll do a master's project out here. We have postdocs that move through here. We feed students back to NAU, or they'll go back and do graduate studies. So it's a great loop where we're kind of feeding each other and growing at the same time. We really do have the beginnings of a bioscience cluster going on in Flagstaff, where we have companies like TGEN and Pathogen, certainly Gore Technologies and its spin-offs, the local high-class hospital facility that we have here. All of that is helping this bioscience cluster grow larger and attracting more interest. But I think one of the things that's exciting is because we have a community so committed to this, that we're going to hit all the pieces that are needed. We're, as we mentioned in the education world, we're going to really focus and make sure that science and technology, the STEM education, is really important in our community. We are getting a lot of interest from even philanthropic side of people want to know, how can we support what's going on in Flagstaff? It's not just about building businesses, but I think that focus of building businesses is going to help lift up the rest of the community. Well, it's clear that TGen has an international footprint, and we have international workers, people from around the world coming to work at TGen, but there's really no other place in the world that we'd want to be. This is, obviously a perfect environment for the researchers to live and play and actually do work in. We really enjoyed the Flagstaff environment, but it's also the community, the very science and innovation-rich community, which has allowed us to continue to have such great success.
When we return, we'll highlight a local business incubator that has changed the face of Flagstaff.
It's a lifestyle choice that people choose to be here, but it's also the amenities and things the incubator is able to bring together makes Flagstaff a very attractive region to be in.